How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video of myself, OLTTV. And in this one we are going to be talking about my hunt for a new daily. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel, and for a change, welcome back to something other than my Range Rover Velar and other than my Audi A5. As the eagle-eye viewers among you will be able to see, we are not in the Velar as the interior has completely changed on this one. We are actually in a Range Rover Sport with the P400 mild hybrid, PHEV, whatever they call it. We've got this car for a while, and the reason behind it is I am looking for a new daily. I've left that left door open. So why am I in this car? The reason behind it is I am looking out for a new daily, although I don't particularly know what I want yet. So we pulled away, as you can hear, no sound whatsoever, and that is because this is the electric version. So anything up to, I think, like 20 miles an hour, whatever. Actually, don't even quote us, I haven't even looked into this one. But for the majority of the time, this will be in electric mode. Obviously, I live in London, I work in central London, and there's a lot of charging opportunity for us, so this will always be fully charged. Do I want another Range Rover? I don't know. I did initially think I want sort of a sportier car, whether that be like a C63, a M3, M4. I even looked into Porsches. I'm dead set on getting myself a Porsche, whether that be a Cayman or a 911. I really want one of them. It's just whether my insurance will stretch to one of them and what the finance looks like on one of them. Having the Range Rover already, it makes it a little bit easier to jump from a Velar into a Sport. The problem now though is whether I get a Sport this year, so 2022, or whether I want to wait for the new release of the new Sport. Obviously everyone's seen the release of the new Range Rover itself, the big fat Vogue, and it has been confirmed that the Sport is now, as I was speaking to the Range Rover guys today, the Sport has been discontinued. So any vehicles now, if you want a Sport, you can't actually order the current Sport, and it hasn't been released what the new Sport's going to look like or when that's going to come available. They said to me today they think it's going to be late this year, but that could mean you're waiting a year or two for a car, especially with the COVID situation at the moment and the supply. So that's my problem. Do I want to get into a Range Rover Sport knowing it's not going to be the only Sport or the newest Sport for a while? Or do I get in it knowing it is a discontinued model? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But this series is probably going to document the fact that I'm on the hunt for another new daily. I just don't know what I want that to be yet. So the options are out there. The options are open. If you have any ideas or anything you think I should consider, drop it down in the comments below. In terms of budget wise, I'm willing to spend up to sort of 1,200 quid a month getting something, so that does leave the bracket quite wide. The Range Rover at the moment, the Velar, as I've said in previous videos, that costs me about £650 a month, and the Audi is £340 a month. So if I could get rid of both and get into something for sort of £1,000 a month, that's something I will be interested in doing. I do have test drives coming up of the Q8. The Q8 was something that I've had recommended by a lot of people. It's just, do I want a big car again? Do I want to be in a 4x4 and SUV? I haven't had that low down sporty car yet in my life. I've had a hatchback, I've had like the coupe now with the A5, I've had the big Range Rover, the 4x4s, and I drove plenty of them. I haven't had that sports car like a Porsche or an M4 or a C63 or anything like that. So that's another thing that's up for contention. And yeah, but the problem is I've got into this Range Rover and all I'm thinking straight away is I much prefer this to my Velar. I know it's not that much of a jump. Apologies if you can't see us at the moment. I know it's not that much of a jump from the Velar to the Sport, but at the same time, sitting in it is a not much bigger, but it is a bigger jump. I feel so much higher up in this car. I feel, it's going to sound weird, but it does feel like a sportier kind of car. Whether that be because of how the chassis and stuff's set up, I don't know, but it just does feel on a level up on the Velar. The interior is so much nicer. You obviously get the armrests and this massive storage bin here, which is huge, but the armrests and sort of the general seating position of this car feels so much better than the Velar, which makes us think, do I just want to stay with the Range Rover because they're all singing, all dancing, they do everything, and they're pretty much the epitome of luxury and class, to be honest. And what more do you want driving around London than to be comfortable in what you're doing? So I'm not sure what I want to do specifically, but that's why I'm putting out this video, to let you all know I am on the hunt for a daily, and to get some suggestions for you on what that might be, or what you think would be a good shout. I was going to say there's a few cars that I'm going to rule out early doors, but I don't want to rule anything out, to be honest. I'd quite like to test everything just to see what they're like. But at the moment, I'm very much swaying towards this Range Rover Sport. It's absolutely lovely, to be honest. It is the electric hybrid version, as I said at the start, and it's just so quiet and so refined that it's hard to believe, to be fair. Like, cruising around and I can't hear anything outside. The insulation in this is so good, and it generally just feels like such I can't even put it into words, just such a beautiful car to drive. I didn't think you could get much better than my Velar for comfort and luxury, but this does tip the level even more, and it must be mad to think what the full Range Rover is like to drive. I know it's a bit of a boat, but the luxury of that must be on an absolute obscene level. So yeah, if anyone has any suggestions on what I should try as my next few testers on cars, or what you might want to see is do some reviews on, please drop it down in the comments below. There will be some more videos coming out on this one. I will do the things I've loved and hated while having this car, and a little bit of a review on it. But as for now, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you again for 300 subscribers. I know in a previous video not long ago, like maybe 2 or 3 videos ago, I was saying we're so close to 250. We've actually surpassed that, and also surpassed 300, which I never in the world thought I would ever hit 300 subs on this. I know it's not a huge amount compared to the millions and millions and whatever other channels have, but I do this for a bit of fun. It's a hobby of mine to be in and out of cars, so yeah, to hit 300 was on another level, so thank you very much for that. If you're new here, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment, hit us up on Instagram, whatever, with ideas, and I'll appreciate all of them. Thanks as always for watching. Catch us all in another one. See you there.